With Halloween right around the corner, I figured what's a better way to get into the spirit with you guys than to look back on some iconic Halloween-themed TV episodes. From Nickelodeon to Disney, today sit back as we look back on some iconic 2000s Halloween-themed TV specials. Kicking off at number 4, iScream on Halloween from iCarly's first season aired October 20th, 2007. In this Nickelodeon gem, Carly and the gang are looking for ideas for a Halloween-themed webcast for iCarly, which is oddly relatable, when they decide to broadcast the web show from apartment 13B on Halloween night, which is rumored to be abandoned and haunted. They go to the lobby and ask Wilbur if it's okay to do a webcast there until midnight, and he says no in his typical crash out fashion. And even though Freddy is very against this, Carly and Sam decide to do it anyway, even breaking their way into the apartment. And while the whole point was to do an overnight style video, where they go somewhere scary to prove ghosts aren't real, things get real when the lights randomly shut off and they hear mysterious noises, including the iconic die, die, die. Die, die, die. And right as the kids are about to run off scared, they get confronted by the actual tenants living in the apartment, where they logically explain everything that just happened, and everyone is happy. Oh yeah, we cannot forget the Spencer B-plot of this episode. To sum it up, he gets a giant pumpkin from Socko, which he plans to make into a giant jack-o'-lantern. All is well until he gets some trick-or-treaters at his door, but Spencer forgot to buy them candy, so he just starts giving them weird, wacky-ass stuff, and the kids get pissed. So pissed that they come back multiple times to harass him, with the most iconic part being when he gets stuck in the pumpkin after hiding from them, only for them to push it outside and roll him down the literal street.
Stop! The spirit of Halloween can't swim!
I mean, it's a classic for a reason. Alright, let's move from Nickelodeon's hotel show to Disney's hotel show, The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. At number 3, The Ghost of Suite 613 aired October 14th, 2005. The episode starts with twins Zack and Cody tasked to clean their room, during which Zack jump scares Cody, scaring the piss out of him. Zack then goes bragging to London and Maddie about scaring Cody, when suddenly they hear about Suite 613's ghost, a heartbroken guest who died there. So of course, they decide to go check it out, sneaking in with help from a maid, who, fun fact, is the same old lady from the iCarly Halloween episode. When they enter, they end up finding out it's just kind of a fancy, dark room. The door slams shut behind them, trapping them, and ominous music builds until Mr. Mosby busts in. He shares his own flashback story about his own ghostly encounter in Suite 613.
Pizza! I could dig a slice.
I hate pizza. It reminds me of my unfaithful husband.
Yo, man, I didn't mean a slice of me! Oh.
But the kids still decide to do an overnight challenge with Arwen's ghost hunting gadgets. Esteban suggests a seance, leading to possession chaos and ghost antics like moving furniture. It also has the iconic scene of Esteban talking in the possessed voice, which you've probably seen memes of.
Oh, don't ever say that word!
I love pizza. What are you gonna do about it?
Eventually, everyone disappears except Zack, which is when they all come back in to scare him. And turns out the whole thing was just a revenge prank on him. Pretty slick. Now time for a slightly more modern show, one that was still releasing episodes when I was a middle schooler. At number 2, Ghost Bummers from Jessie's third season aired October 5th, 2013. The episode starts with Jessie and the Ross kids overhearing snobby neighbor Mrs. Chesterfield planning a Halloween party excluding kids. So, to get some petty revenge, they throw their own Halloween bash, snubbing her back. However, during their encounter, her creepy chihuahua hypnotizes Mrs. Kipling with a stare. Decorating turns chaotic when Bertram spots a ghost, putting everyone on alert.
Now that looks like a real ghost.
Emma tries to sneak into the adult party, but also ends up getting hypnotized by the chihuahua. Luke too gets hypnotized after trying to see what Emma is up to, and eventually, Robbie comes to the conclusion that an ancient ghost is possessing everyone. Luke and Emma kidnap Mrs. Chesterfield, using her as a portal, unleashing Zorak the Destroyer in her body. And yeah, I also do not know what the fuck is going on at this point either, don't worry. Mayhem ensues until Bertram accidentally body slams her, and then the ghost just kind of ends up dying or splattering. Everyone wakes up and are still being petty with each other, which is pretty wild. But then, plot twist, the whole episode was just Jessie's candy-induced fever dream. Pretty lame ending, honestly. And topping the list at number 1, Scaredy Pants from SpongeBob's first season, aired October 28th, 1999. The episode starts with SpongeBob finishing up his shift at the Krusty Krab when he keeps being easily spooked by things like the door creaking. He tries to quickly finish up for the night, and as he's walking out the door, Mr. Krabs stops to tell him his annual scary story. He starts by telling him about the Flying Dutchman, before Squidward comes up from behind and scares him.
I've come for your pickle.
SpongeBob is eventually fed up with this, so he decides to go on a mission to become scary himself, instead of always being scared. With the help of Patrick, he ends up becoming a ghost, even shaving off some of his body, I guess, to make himself look more like a real ghost. Crazy body standards for a sponge man. But after his transformation, they decide to go out and get their scare on. They go to the Krusty Krab, climb the roof, kill the lights, and boom! SpongeBob jumps in hanging from a rope while Patrick makes scary noises, initially scaring everyone. But then a jellyfish comes up and stings Patrick, which makes him start screaming and almost drop SpongeBob, which is when everyone realizes what's happening and just start roasting him again. This guy just can't catch a break, man. Things get even worse for him when the real Flying Dutchman busts in the Krusty Krab sicko mode style and starts roasting SpongeBob for his insulting Dutchman costume. And just as he's about to really let him have it, he removes the blanket off SpongeBob and then runs out scared as hell when he realizes SpongeBob is just a brain and eyes at this point.
Hey, what do you know? I scared him! Ah!
I know, pretty fucking crazy. Looking back, these Halloween specials were pure magic, blending spooky laughs, teen chaos, and that warm nostalgia we crave. From iCarly's web pranks to SpongeBob's Bikini Bottom Boo Fest, they nailed kid-friendly frights, with the memes that still hit today. And while I just can't watch any new Nick or Disney show anymore, as I'm literally an adult man, I hope kids nowadays still get these kinds of Halloween-themed episodes in their shows, because I really do get to relive some of that excitement and nostalgia every time I go back and rewatch them. Even like the Halloween themed commercials and like slideshows between episodes, you know, like, that shit was just so cool. If this sparks spooky memories for you, make sure to like, comment what your favorite Halloween themed episode or movie is, and make sure to subscribe to stay tuned for more nostalgic videos like this. As always, anything can be special, it's just how you look at it. Peace, y'all.